The Legend of the Unicorn. A Legend from England. Chapter 1. Sir Brangwyn. Rhiannon lived in the days of King Arthur and his knights in the part of Britain which is now England. She was 12 years old and had long red hair and green eyes. She lived with her mother and father in a small village near Sir Brangwyn's castle. Sir Brangwyn was the lord of the castle and the village, and everyone was afraid of him. He was a big, fat man with black hair and cold, black eyes. He was bad and greedy. He always wanted more taxes from the poor people of the village. Simon Grimstone was Rhiannon's father, and he was brave and kind. He was a tall, thin man with blonde hair and kind brown eyes. The people of the village liked Simon because he always helped them. He was not afraid of Sir Brangwyn. One day, Sir Brangwyn and his knights rode to the village and stopped in front of Simon's house.
"Simon Grimstone!"
cried Sir Brangwyn.
"You killed a deer in my forest. No one can go into my forest. My men are taking you to prison."
"That's not true,"
said Simon.
"I didn't go into your forest, and I didn't kill a deer."
"Take him to prison,"
said Sir Brangwyn to his men.
"You want to put me in prison because I'm not afraid of you,"
said Simon.
"You're a greedy man. The people of this village are hungry because you take all their money."
"Be quiet,"
cried Sir Brangwyn angrily.
"You'll be quiet in prison, Simon Grimstone."
Simon's wife, Marianne, was standing behind her husband and started crying.
"Take his wife too,"
said Sir Brangwyn.
"She can work in the castle kitchen and pay for the food her husband eats."
"Oh, please don't take me away from my daughter,"
said Marianne, crying.
"There's no one who can look after her. She'll be alone." "Please, don't take my mother away,"
cried Rhiannon. But the Lord's men didn't listen to Rhiannon and took her parents away.
"When can I see my parents again?"
she asked, crying. The Lord's men laughed and rode away. The villagers were angry, but they could do nothing. After that day, they called Rhiannon Sir Brangwyn's orphan. Rhiannon went inside her house and sat by the small fire in the cold room. She was very sad and lonely.
"What will I do without my parents?"
she thought.
"I must find a job."
Sir Brangwyn liked eating all kinds of food, but truffles were his favourite. It was very hard to find them because they grew under the ground, on the roots of trees. Rhiannon decided to look for truffles for Sir Brangwyn. Now she had a job. Every morning, Rhiannon went to the forest with a big basket. She looked for truffles all day long. At the end of the day, she looked in her basket, but she saw very few truffles.
"I only found 3 truffles today,"
she thought sadly.
"And Sir Brangwyn wants lots of them for his dinners. He'll be angry. How can I find more truffles?"
At night, she always thought about her poor father and mother. Sir Brangwyn liked hunting in the forest with his knights. He often rode through the forest when Rhiannon was looking for truffles. He and his men always made a lot of noise and scared the animals. The villagers said there were strange animals in Sir Brangwyn's forest,